Communication is when one animal transmits information to another animal, causing some kind of change in the animal that gets the information. Communication is usually between animals of a single species, but it can also happen between two animals of different species. Animals communicate using signals, which can include visual, auditory, or sound-based, chemical, involving pheromones, or tactile, touch-based, cues. Communication behaviors can help animals find mates, establish dominance, defend territory, coordinate group behavior, and care for young. For example, dogs also communicate using pheromones. They sniff each other to collect this chemical information, and many of the chemicals are also released in their urine. By peeing on a bush or post, a dog leaves a mark of its identity that can be read by other passing dogs. Visual communication involves signals that can be seen. Examples of these signals include gestures, facial expressions, body postures, and coloration. Gesture and posture are widely used visual signals. For instance, chimpanzees communicate a threat by raising their arms, slapping the ground, or staring directly at another chimpanzee. Types of signals. The signals that animals use to communicate can be classified in several broad categories. Animals can communicate through sound, visual, chemical, tactile, touching, and electric signals. Animal communication is of central importance in the life of social animals. Animals communicate with one another in many social contexts by using their different sensory modalities and by using signals that have specifically evolved to transmit information. Many of the elaborate and extravagant visual and acoustic signals that we find in animals are used as advertisement signals, important in mating and resource defense. In general, animals communicate information about themselves, and evidence for referential signaling, a central feature of human language, is limited to specific cases. Animal communication, however, can involve highly complex signals, such as bird or whale songs, that encode information, for instance, about the quality and physiological state of the sender or its motivation. The principles of animal communication make excellent comparisons to human language by providing insights into the biological background of human language and its evolution. Animal communication often involves the transmission of messages among three or more individuals. A range of interactions among individual signalers and receivers are found in these networks of information exchange. An individual may broadcast information publicly to many potential receivers. An individual may perceive and use information that others exchange in their private dialogues. And an individual engaged in a private dialogue may alter its signals when it determines that outside receivers are present. Moreover, an individual may shift between the roles of signaling to specific neighbors and perceiving their private communications. Choruses represent a special category of animal communication networks in which signalers that broadcast public information interact among themselves and thereby generate temporally structured collective displays. Various mechanisms are responsible for chorusing displays, and some displays are choreographed with great precision. Such precision is most evident in species that signal rhythmically, wherein striking displays of alternation or synchrony may occur between the rhythms of neighboring signalers. Some alternating and synchronous choruses represent phenomena that emerge as byproducts of competition between signalers, but others may reflect cooperative behavior among the participant signalers. However, many communicating animals provide signals that are detected by an eavesdropping parasite or predator to the detriment of the signal giver. Likewise, signal parasites commonly produce signals that exploit the response of a signal receiver to the detriment of the receiver. Although the two kinds of signal parasites reduce the fitness of the senders and receivers with whom they interact, parasites may not necessarily eliminate the net benefit from communicating, especially when the parasites are rare. In this case, the system may persist despite the presence of damaging signal parasites in the communicator's environment.